The 1968 to 1969 NBA season was the 23rd season of the National Basketball Association. The season began October 15th, 1968 and ended on March 24th, 1969. The Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks began play as the league expanded to 14 teams. The Hawks relocated from St. Louis to Atlanta. The NBA All-Defensive Team was named for the first time and became part of the NBA's regular season awards. The #1 draft pick was Elvin Hayes, selected by the San Diego Rockets. Power, what's going on in this NBA wrap? Those are some quick facts about this season. During this video, comment below what you feel about the NBA past or present. Let's talk ball. That being said, let's get to the team records. Alright guys, as we start to have more teams, we're going to be speeding this part up. I appreciate you if you're hearing this right now. I hope your day is great. Leading the league and the East were the Baltimore Bullets with a 57-win, 25-loss season, followed by the Philadelphia 76ers, 55-27, New York Knicks, 54-28, and Boston Celtics, 48-34. Missing the playoffs were the Cincinnati Royals, 41-41, Detroit Pistons, 32-50, and Milwaukee Bucks, 27 wins, 55 losses. The West was led by the Wilt Chamberlain-acquired Los Angeles Lakers with a 55-win, 27-loss record, followed by the Atlanta Hawks, 48-34, San Francisco Warriors, 41-41, and San Diego Rockets, 37-45. Missing the playoffs were the Chicago Bulls, 33-49, Seattle Supersonics, 30-52, and the Phoenix Suns, 16 wins and 66 losses. Let's jump right into our season leaders and all-star game. Leading the league in scoring was Elvin Hayes of the San Diego Rockets, amassing 2,327 points, averaging 28.4 per game. The rebounds leader was Wilt Chamberlain of the Los Angeles Lakers, amassing 1,712 rebounds, averaging 21.1 per game. The assist leader was Oscar Robertson of the Cincinnati Royals, with 772 assists on the season, averaging 9.8 per game. The 1968 NBA All-Star Game was the 19th All-Star Game and was played at the Baltimore Civic Center in Baltimore on January 14th, 1969. In the East 123-112 win over the West, Oscar Robertson won for 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists to win his third All-Star Game MVP award. The Eastern Conference stars were Oscar Robertson and Jerry Lucas of the Cincinnati Royals, Earl Monroe, Gus Johnson, and Wes Unseld of the Baltimore Bullets, Bill Russell and John Havlicek of the Boston Celtics, Billy Cunningham and Hal Greer of the Philadelphia 76ers, Willis Reed of the New York Knicks, Dave Bing of the Detroit Pistons, and John McLaughlin of the Milwaukee Bucks. They were coached by Gene Shue of the Baltimore Bullets. The Western Conference All-Stars were Jerry Sloan of the Chicago Bulls, Lenny Wilkins of the Seattle Supersonics, Elvin Hayes and Don Koji of the San Diego Rockets, Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, and Jerry West of the Los Angeles Lakers, Joe Caldwell and Lou Hudson of the Atlanta Hawks, Rudy LaRusso and Jeff Mullins of the San Francisco Warriors, and Dick Van Arsdale and Gail Goodrich of the Phoenix Suns. They were coached by Richie Guerin of the Atlanta Hawks. Let's get into our award winners of the season, and you know we need that Rookie of the Year award here in Spa World. Please leave a like right now if you can, and subscribe if you're new. It helps the channel a lot, and it's free. The MVP of this season went to Wes Unseld of the Baltimore Bullets, who also won the Rookie of the Year award. The Coach of the Year was Gene Shue of the Baltimore Bullets. Making the All-NBA First Team, we had Elgin Baylor of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 24.8 points per game, 5.4 assists per game, and 10.6 rebounds per game. Billy Cunningham of the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 24.8 points per game, 3.5 assists per game, and 12.8 rebounds per game. Wes Unseld of the Baltimore Bullets, averaging 13.8 points per game, 2.6 assists per game, and 18.2 rebounds per game. Earl Monroe of the Baltimore Bullets, averaging 25.8 points per game, 4.9 assists per game, and 3.5 rebounds per game. And Oscar Robertson of the Cincinnati Royals, averaging 24.7 points per game, 9.8 assists per game, and 6.4 rebounds per game. On the All-NBA second team, we had Dave Bouchier of the New York Knicks, averaging 16.3 points per game, 2.5 assists per game, and 11.7 rebounds per game. John Havlicek of the Boston Celtics, averaging 21.6 points per game, 5.4 assists per game, and 7 rebounds per game. Willis Reed of the New York Knicks, averaging 21.1 points per game, 2.3 assists per game, and 14.5 rebounds per game. Hal Greer of the Philadelphia 76ers, averaging 23.1 points per game, 5 assists per game, and 5.3 rebounds per game. And Jerry West of the Los Angeles Lakers, averaging 25.9 points per game, 6.9 assists per game, and 4.3 rebounds per game. Making the All-NBA defensive first team, we had Dave Bouchier of the New York Knicks, Walt Frazier of the New York Knicks, Bill Russell of the Boston Celtics, Jerry Sloan of the Chicago Bulls, and Nate Thurmond of the San Francisco Warriors. Making NBA All-Defensive second team, we had Bill Bridges of the Atlanta Hawks, John Havlicek of the Boston Celtics, Rudy LaRusso of the San Francisco Warriors, Tom Sanders of the Boston Celtics, and Jerry West of the Los Angeles Lakers. The NBA All-Rookie team consisted of Gary Gregor of the Phoenix Suns, Art Harris of the Seattle Supersonics, Elvin Hayes of the San Diego Rockets, Bill Hewitt of the Los Angeles Lakers, and Wes Unseld of the Baltimore Bullets. Here we are, the most important part of the season, the NBA playoffs. This year's NBA playoffs began on March 26, 1969. The Eastern Division semifinals saw the 1-seeded Baltimore Bullets get swept by the 3-seed New York Knicks. The 4th-seed Boston Celtics defeated the 2nd-seed Philadelphia 76ers 4-1. In the West, the 1-seed Los Angeles Lakers topped the 3-seed San Francisco Warriors 4-2. The 4th-seed San Diego Rockets lost to the 2nd-seed Atlanta Hawks 4-2. In the Western Conference Division Finals, the Lakers beat the Hawks in 5 games to move on to the finals. While in the East, the Celtics won over the Knicks in 6 to advance to the finals. The 1969 NBA Finals began on April 23rd, featuring the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. This year marked the debut of the NBA Finals Most Valuable Player Award. The Lakers were heavily favored due to the presence of stars Elgin Baylor, Wilt Chamberlain, and Jerry West. In addition, Boston was an aging team. They made the playoffs as the 4th-place team in the Eastern Division and were not favored to make it to the finals. This was the 7th playoff meeting between these two teams, with the Celtics winning the first 6 meetings. Game 1 saw Jerry West going off for 53 points and 10 assists, leading his team to a 120-118 win. In Game 2, West again led the team in scoring with 41 points, and with Wilt Chamberlain's 23 rebounds and defense, the Lakers held their home court and went up 2-0 in the series. In Game 3, Celtics player coach Bill Russell decided to double-team Jerry West, which led to some exhaustion and asking to be taken out for longer stretches, in which Boston capitalized on to win 111-105. Game 4 was a turning point of the series. The Lakers had a 1-point lead with 7 seconds left and the ball. However, after receiving an inbound pass along the sideline, Elgin Baylor was controversially ruled to have stepped out of bounds, causing a turnover. Sam Jones was able to capitalize and hit a buzzer beater. The Celtics won 89-88. Despite the Lakers winning Game 5 117-104, Jerry West injured his hamstring and would be hampered by the injury for the rest of the series. Game 6 saw the Celtics easily win at home 99-90. This game was also one of Wilt Chamberlain's lesser career games. With Bill Russell hounding him, the multiple scoring champion scored only 8 points, provoking criticism that he had choked when it counted the most. In anticipation of a Lakers Game 7 win, Lakers owner Jack Kent Cooke had ordered thousands of balloons with world champion Lakers printed on them, suspended from the rafters of the arena. By the end of the 3rd quarter, the Celtics led 91-76. The Lakers went on a run to cut the lead to single digits when Wilt Chamberlain landed awkwardly and injured his knee. The Lakers then cut the lead to just 1 with 2 minutes left in the game. Chamberlain informed coach Van Breda Clough that he was ready to return, but the coach infamously told the superstar center, "We're doing fine without you," and Chamberlain stayed on the bench. Ultimately, the Celtics held on to their lead to win the game 108-106. The first Finals MVP was awarded to Jerry West. It remains the only time in NBA Finals history that the MVP was awarded to a player on the losing team. This was the first time in NBA Finals history that a Game 7 was won by the road team. This Celtics Finals victory, the last championship of the Bill Russell dynasty, is considered one of the great upsets in NBA history. The Celtics were the first team seeded below 3rd in their conference or division to win the NBA championship. The Celtics became the first team to come back from a 2-0 series deficit in the NBA Finals. This was both Sam Jones and Bill Russell's final NBA game. Spot World, that's wraps on today's episode of NBA Wrapped. If you made it this far, please leave a like, please subscribe, and please comment below anything you feel about the NBA, past or present. If you want to keep learning about NBA, yo, click that video right there.